Move on to 5.3, May 13th, 2019. Diversity Canada Foundation, overview of project that aligns with age-friendly Elliot Lake initiatives, will be presented by Ms. Celia Sanker, Executive Director.
It's my great pleasure to announce an initiative which is designed to recognize and celebrate the life experiences of our seniors here in Elliot Lake. The initiative is called the Elliot Lake Seniors Memories Project. Through this project, volunteers, and the volunteers would include seniors, adults, and high school students, our volunteers will be trained to guide senior participants in recording their life stories in an easy-to-follow, systematic, and structured way. Recently, I spoke with a senior, and she sighed when we looked at the program, and she said she wished something like this had been around 5 years ago when her aunt was still around, because that aunt was the last of her parents' generation. And she is eager to participate because she is determined to put down those memories, her own memories, so that future generations of her family will have the memories of the history of her family. Whatever the situation, Diversity Canada is pleased to offer this service to help seniors in our community record and preserve their life stories. Seniors of today have the opportunity that they can right now use the various technology that we have to set down their family history as they remember from their childhood, their aunts and uncles that they had growing up, their own grandparents, and the stories they may have heard from the grandparents. How many of you remember stories that your grandparents told you of the days, the olden days? That's precious. And you are holding invaluable information within you that your descendants will be craving or already are craving. You know, sometimes grandparents would have teenagers come around when they come to visit, and they may think that the teenagers think they're of a different era.
Oh.
And, okay, I was trying to be very diplomatic about it. Yes, the teenagers, they would be running away when grandma wants to come and give them a kiss. But just let that teenager go for another 10, 15 years when they start having kids of their own. They will begin to have an understanding of life, and they would have this desire to know more about their where they came from, what their parents and grandparents went through that enabled them to raise a family, because when they're raising their own family, they realize how challenging life is. And your experience, your memories of your own life and of your family, your parents, your grandparents, that is information that they would draw on to help them through in life. So by recording your personal history and your family history, you create a base. You create a link to the past that can help your children, grandchildren, and beyond to understand where they came from and to draw strength that they can make it through whatever they face, whatever challenges they face.
When the project has been completed and is successful, at the end of it, even with glitches and errors and some confrontations, I feel so greatly rewarded that I've helped someone out there, not only myself.
It's very rarely that I get the chance to actually work on something that's about my hometown. And I think what Celia and Diversity Canada is doing here is something that's really great because as I've been editing these videos, I've got to learn more about the town I was raised in and the people who live in it. And it's just been such an amazing journey to learn all of this new information. And I think that by preserving these memories, we're going to be able to help the next generation understand more about the town. And I think this end result is going to be something that's really wonderful. And I just wanted to say thank you.
I was born in Burlington, Ontario.
I was born on Parker's Ridge, New Brunswick.
I was born in Chelmsford, Ontario.
I was born in Blind River.
I was born in Sudbury, Ontario.
I was born in the city of Toronto, the east end of Toronto.
I was born in Kirkland Lake, Ontario.
I was born in Quebec.
I was born in England.
I was born in Nova Scotia.
Lindsay, Ontario.
Ludlow, New Brunswick.
Haileybury, Ontario, Canada.
I was born in the Philippines.
PEI, Germany.
Paris.
Scotland.
Brazil.
Amsterdam.
The Netherlands.
Well, I was born here in Elliot Lake.
People need to hear this stuff because you
wouldn't think that people would have these freaky, amazing stories that you would just look at them and be like, oh, that person probably just worked for 70 years. But
probably.
No, exactly. Well, yeah, but at the same time, I find you wouldn't, just by looking at this program, you might say, oh, you might hear some stories, but you're not expecting everything that comes towards you. And I think that's why I really, really loved working for this program, because I loved the surprise element of it.
It was fun. You never knew it was going to happen. What kind of stories they'd have.
I'm trying to think of other ones.
But yeah, you also, it's super important to preserve these memories too, because otherwise they just vanish, get lost. And so you have to have memories of this. That's why it's a memories project.
It's true.
And yeah, it's part of history. You need to have it.
Also finding out,
it's culturally important.
Exactly. And talking to people and just oh, I grew up here, and it's oh, my parents grew up there. It was that sense too, you know what I mean? You're not just going in and people are from random places, but there's some aspects, you're all back in Elliot Lake, so you're related in some sense. So that was really cool.
Funneled into this place.
Exactly. Even though we're retirement, I'm not retired yet, but
no.
We're all connected in some way.
Yes.
I was at the gym and I was bombarded by 3 people saying, are you with the senior showcase and Elliot Lake? And I said, yeah. Well, I want to, anyway, I'm so glad that Celia asked me to be involved with it.
The bottom line is that all of us felt that it was a great way to read memories. And what a gift for future generations to discover this little treasure. Quelle belle façon de laisser nos souvenirs pour les futures générations. Et quel beau petit trésor pour les générations futures à découvrir. Ceci fut un exercice touchant et profond, et tous les participants ont exprimé leur appréciation à la fin de leur session. This was a very touching and deeply meaningful exercise. And from all participants, a big thank you, I say, to Diversity Canada also and the team here. Thank you.